today, so I've got loads of comics to show, so it's all good.
Oh, do you want me to pick you up from home on Sunday?
Yeah, please.
Because I've got a box for you. Right. So
cool. Yeah, excellent.
Hi, Carl.
Always appreciated. Hi, Kyle. How's the work going?
They're wrapping up now.
Good stuff. Just gonna get another box to put this on because it doesn't feel like iron.
Well, is it outside paintwork having done, Kyle?
Yeah. Trims, the doors, the windowsills, the upper apexes. Costly work. It had to be done. I had wood rot on some of it that was obvious, and that's what I got cited for. So,
is that something you just happened over time? Is it? You didn't notice it?
There's nothing I can do about it. It's 20 years of wear and tear.
Yeah,
it's just 20 years of wear and tear. It had to be done. I don't think I would have been dinged so much except for the wood rot at the base of it. Well, those boards have been replaced, so I'm good for another 15, 20 years.
All right.
I do have to do the
comics.
I do have to do the final walk around inspection.
Sorry?
You got anything new?
Yes, I've got a box in front of me. Some fun stuff.
Let's start off with some stuff I've got here. Then I'll start off and I'll show some stuff. This is some old Dells. No, Gold Key. Gold Key. I got these. I'm not even sure if I've read these. At one point, I was trying to sell them, but now I think I might just keep them. Tom and Jerry.
I like them. I don't go out to find them, but if I get them in a lot, I keep them.
Yeah, they're quite cute, aren't they?
Yeah.
Porky Pig.
That's quite old, I think, that one. Those are
10 cent, huh?
Yeah, 50s.
Something a lot of people don't know about them older Porky Pigs is Carl Barks did those too. Most people just associate him with the duck bucks, but he did some of those Porky Pig books too.
This is a 10 center as well. Right. Who knows? Let's see if any of you guys recognize this person.
It's Margie.
The clue's in the title, but was it
My
a
Little
TV
Marge.
show there? Was it not
Margie.
a TV show there?
Was she the next door neighbor in I Love Lucy?
No.
I don't know. I bet Bill
There's
will
a
know.
show called My Little Margie. It was.
Bill's got his finger on the pulse of the Kiddywinks. Do you remember Margie?
So that's not My Little Margie. That's a different Margie. That there was a Margie that was a movie, and then there was a TV series called My Little Margie, and it was published by Charlton Comics.
This is just Margie by Dell.
Well, it says Dell.
Right.
Hey, you know what's neat about that?
What's that?
Show that corner box again. Oh, that's 4-color number 1157 or whatever. I still didn't think those went up to 15 cents. That might be a 15-cent California price variant.
1307, this one is. The copyright in the corner is 1962.
Oh, no. Okay. Now, 62, they were up to 15 cents. The 1956, 57, 15-cent California print.
Well, you're all going to recognize this one, even Mark, even though it's not like a British program. I think it was shown over here, but
Talking horse.
A horse is a horse, of course.
Thanks, Wilbur. This is one time I don't mind you getting in my hair.
I mean, I know that. I saw it. I'm not even sure it aired in the UK.
I remember seeing it, Mr. Ed, like TV show. I can't remember now. I'm not sure if I actually saw it, but I kind of know of it. Maybe I might know it if it was maybe being mentioned in other programs. But I'm
pretty sure it was over in the UK also.
Yeah, a little bit. But here's some horror books that just happen to be hanging around. One of my birthday books, September 1969.
Is that British or American?
That's American.
American.
It's I think it's Eerie Publication, something like that.
Oh yeah. So late 50s, early 60s, and they also put out one issue
This
of
is
Erie.
1969. This is my birthday book, September 1969, cover dated.
Oh, 1969? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they saw you coming.
Right. Erie. I think I got this from Mark. Can't remember now. Did I get this from you, Mark?
That looks like Festus, doesn't it, Kyle?
Boris Karloff.
Matthew, he's joking me. Sorry.
This is a great cover. I like this one.
Yeah, that's a good cover. I've got that one.
No, they're here, but they are.
What Iron Maiden album is that from? What Iron Maiden album is that from? It looks like Eddie as a robot. Eddie the robot.
Right. This one I definitely got from Mark. One of the marks that I helped him
Oh
out
yeah,
on.
you did, because that was going for my Corbin man, and you
right.
half-inched it.
He never turned up, did he? So I sneaked in while he wasn't looking.
Yeah, nice.
Another Erie.
I'm gonna grab something out of the car real quick.
And lastly, a couple of sexy Vampirellas.
Hey, speaking of Bronze Age horror, that show went pretty well the other day, didn't it, Mark?
Amazing. I cleared 500 yesterday, Carl.
That's impressive. Considering a lot of those were going for 3.
Well, they were all duplicates, and they were all low grade, virtually all of them. The ones that didn't sell
them for my wages.
Yeah. Well, a few of them would have been for your pile, but people bought them.
Oh man!
One of the big buyers, Kyle, the guy who bought the most was from New York.
Now, that's pretty impressive. Now he only had to pay like $13 shipping, right?
He had to pay. They charged him first when he bought. They charged him £11.50, and then after that he paid £3.50 a comic. So I think he paid about £100 postage.
Jesus,
it's quite a bit.
How could they charge £3 per comic?
I don't know. I mean, the comics were £3, so you know. I think he might have been interested in the UK pants. You know, we were talking about the stamps.
Yeah.
Here's the Lion Annual from 1978, featuring Adam Materno, Robot Archie, Zip Nolan, and Spellbinder.
That's nice. I like that. What was that? Lion Annual 1978.
And the Weekly British Super Spider-Man.
And what's Archie's last name?
Andrews.
Yep.
Well, Robot Archie.
No.
What's Veronica's last name?
Ooh. Veronica.
I feel like I should know. Even though I don't read any Archie, I'm sure
not an inn, not a hotel.
Sorry, not a hotel.
Not a hotel, not an inn.
Shed.
Veronica Lodge.
Veronica Lodge. Okay.
What's Betty's?
Maybe I haven't heard that before.
What's Betty's?
I don't even remember Betty's off the top of my head.
Are you still out from slinging anymore, Kyle?
Yeah, I can't do it.
No worries, mate.
I want to, but I can't. I can't even pretend. I can't even pretend.
No, don't worry about it.
Go that hard with it. I want to, but.
I mean, Bub's coming on. I've got Bub's coming, and no one else is coming. I don't give a toss. If it's only 4 people in the panel, I don't care.
What's the topic?
I'd rather be flinging than going to a neighbour's party, but I have to pick the wife.
I forgot what the topic was.
It's bikini bottoms.
Oh, it's bikini bottoms.
I could have fun with that.
That's one you chose when it marked.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Oh, drat.
Yeah.
My SpongeBob's. I did it so I could show SpongeBob's.
Yeah, never mind. You've let the side down, mate.
So I guess I took them home, but I have 3 of the Corbin variant EC Tales from the Abyss that just came out, and you could only get them at Comic-Con by going to a panel, and I wound up with 3. They're already going for $250 a piece.
Wow.
Yeah.
Reprints, Bill, or just on previous level?
The Corbin covers from 75. It itself is a reprint, but the stories inside are not reprints. They're new.
Unpublished.
Right. But there's like 17 variants, I think. of #1. And then there's also
interest you in your namesake, Mark, just William. I can buy you something if you like.
No,
just
thank
William,
you.
1978.
I hate that.
Okay, I'll be back in a minute, guys. I got to do my inspection.
Okay, buddy.
Okay.
Go get inspected.
Looks like
don't drop your drawers unless they ask you to.
You had a good time at San Diego Comic-Con, Bill.
Oh man, it was great. It was great. I'm still recovering, but it was really good. It was. Well, I was walking in the middle of the hall, and suddenly Robert Downey Jr. exposes himself as Dr. Doom. That was strange. I saw that live.
Okay.
That was weird. I mean, I think he's a good choice. I think it's weird. You don't? Huh?
Yeah, I'm just commenting on Gray's comics.
Oh, yes. Dennis the Menace. Yours truly, XXX Dennis. So that's the porno issue.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I've got that one.
You haven't got the Journey into Mystery?
No, I don't think I have. I'm not missing that many. I'm not sure I've got that one.
I'll put it aside. It's number 17.
I don't think I've got it.
That's pretty high up there. It didn't get that high, did it?
You might have it, or you're not sure.
No, there's not that many of them. I think about 20.
Oh, that issue, there's 19, I think, in that run. I need about 2 more myself, but you don't see them, do you? No. Are you interested in these variants at all, Mark? Selling or whatnot?
No, not really. No.
It's just crap that I leave. It's like literally I've been meaning to sell for years and just don't never get around to it. Too bloody lazy. This is a weird. I've got a 4-parter. Billy Cole. It's just weird.
Don't know that one. It's an Image.
It's like, have you heard of this one, Bill?
Yes, about a badass baby. Yeah.
It's a black and white. It's a baby.
It came out like a long time ago, though, didn't it? Didn't it come out like 20, 30 years ago?
I just had a little look at it and I thought, this is bloody weird.
It's very Frank Miller-y. The guy was totally ripping off Frank Miller.
Very weird.
His Sin City stuff.
I'm not keen on that art style. Although
Frank Miller Sin City style is what it is.
I did like Sin City, but
what year does it say?
I don't think it's that old.
I think it is
1994.
It's 30 years old.
30 years ago now.
Yeah.
Get our quick time flies, isn't you? All right, Mark,
I'd say 94 is pretty freaking old, but you know.
I'll put this one in your pile, Mark, because I know you're going to want this because you're a massive fan of the property.
Oh, no. Look at him.
Have you got your Blue Peter badge, Mark?
John Noakes in his bloody blue tick. No, thank you. You can leave that at home.
That's very wrong on so many levels.
Yes.
Oh dear. I'm not sure what year it is.
So
got to be 7,
Kyle's not here, so I have to say in Kyle's stead. So Blue Peter, does he have blue balls? You know, sorry.
Probably.
I had to say that.
Thanks, Bill, for being stand-in Kyle.
Yeah, it's signed by your favorite.
I'm the only other Yankee here.
Petra and Shep have signed it, Mark.
This is the longest-running children's television program in the UK.
Oh, Jesus. Turn it off. Blue Peter. Hey, I'm Blue Peter. Hey, look, my Peter's blue.
I think Mark can remember the theme tune. Hit him with the theme tune, Mark. I bet you remember it.
We'll have a wonderful adventure, you and me, Blue Peter. Let's go.
It's
No, it says sea shanty.
Yeah, it is.
Something like that.
I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm strong to the finish because I eat me spinach. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
It's a nautical thing, isn't it, Blue Peter? Is it a ship or something like that? I'm not quite sure where the origin of the name comes from.
Sounds more like a submarine, if you know what I mean. Goes up and down a lot, and it's full of seamen. No, that's another thing. Sorry, that's something totally different. But so, Mark, how are you? Are you not traveling right now?
I'm not traveling. I was traveling on Monday. I'm trying to stop this music now. It's awful. Right. Stop.
Yay. So, and Gray, what have you been up to?
I've been ailing this week, mate. My health's been. My eardrums burst or something. I've had all blood coming out of my ear, so I'm on antibiotics at the moment.
Holy crap!
Bit crusty as it took. Crusty.
That sounds so great.
Yeah.
Not?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, dude.
Half the time, I can't hear what you guys are saying a little bit because my ears screwed. So I'm kind of like, huh?
Understood. What'd you say, Sonny?
Yeah, I'm getting a bit like that.
So I had one of the quickest. I bought loads of comics at an auction in a place called Cirencester, a small auction house who knew nothing about comics. So I got some fantastic deals, and I had my quickest turnaround ever of a comic. They'd advertised. They got in this auction 2000 AD Prog 2, which is the most expensive of the whole 2000 AD run. It's the first appearance of Judge Dredd. But they didn't know that. So they just edited it out and they put New Dan Dare on it, which is anything. So I looked at this thing and it was sitting at 30 quid. I thought, oh, I hope nobody else sees this. So I put it at 30 quid. When the auction went live, somebody else had bid 60. I thought, oh, damn it, somebody else has seen it. I said, I'm not going to get into it anymore. I'll put one more bid in. So I bid 70 for it. Nobody else bid. So I got this for 70. Brought it home yesterday. I put it on eBay for 280. It sold within 2 hours.
Holy crap. That's amazing.
That's my quickest turnaround.
280, you say?
Sorry?
You say you sold it for 280?
280, I bought it for 70, yeah.
Wow. Good turnaround.
I thought you would have gone more for that, the number 2. Did you not?
You can't. So what I did, some people have got them up 600, but they're not selling. It's a question of you want to move it or not. So what I do with eBay is I looked at the cheapest selling one, and the lowest price on there was 300. So I thought if I go to 280, I'm going to sell it.
You'll get rid of it.
And it's quick turnaround. I trebled my money. It's not.
Yeah.
Maybe if I put it on at 300 or 400, it might have sold in a month or two. But
that's great.
That's
great. That's the way to do it.
Someone's got a good bargain there as well. Someone's happy with that. So
the person who's bought it is a trader, so he buys and sells 2000 AD. So
what's his name? Benedict Arnold. Oh, a trader, not a trader. I'm sorry. So sorry.
Yeah.
So I missed you, fellas. Well, I got to see the other guys last
university that Bob Hope goes to in the comic books. Benedict Arnold.
Yeah, Benedict Arnold. High school.
University. High school, something like that.
High school,
Hi, Kenneth.
Yeah. Hey, Kenneth.
Oh, we're going to show this. It's kind of a comic book, but not a comic book. If you see my latest haul video, it's Nick Carter stories. Have a guess of the year.
The Stolen
1900.
How much?
Well, right.
1900.
Let's have a look at this. Nick Carter stories. That paper looks quite old.
1900 is my guess.
I'm going 1932.
It's 1914.
Okay.
Yeah. I win. Yay.
You win.
5 cents.
I was closer. Not much. Not much at all.
So brittle that I don't think I'm ever going to probably give it a read. I tried starting to fix it up, but £15 a roll for the fixing table. I thought, screw it, ain't worth it.
Yeah.
I only paid £1 for it or £2. I can't remember now, but it's a cool thing to have. I thought it looks
shape, it presents well.
Antique. Inside's not in good shape. All the pages come apart, basically.
Oh, okay.
Even this, I put some tape on the cover, or one of the inside pages, I put some tape on. And when I tried to fold it back into shape, it was breaking along the length of the tape that I put on there, kind of thing. So that's in a really poor condition. But I'm happy just to have it and just say, look, this is from 1914, and leave it at that.
I get it.
So that's cool. Wait, did you get anything at the what do you call it? The con in the end? Bill, you said you got something, but you didn't show it last week.
I got
not much, though. You said.
I have some books in the car that I got that I can go get and show you. I bought a bunch of stuff from the Fantagraphics booth. And most of what I bought was new. But I sold a few things while I was out there, so I made it worth my while. But it was a great show. It was really great. I got it's funny. I moderated a panel on current horror comics, and it went really well. I think it's been posted. I'm not sure, but the person to my immediate left was Sandy King Carpenter, who's John Carpenter's wife, the director.
Yeah,
and they run a comic company called Storm King Comics.
Okay.
And she was awesome. She's kind of saucy. She delivered a lot of 4-letter words during the talk, but it was great. I mean, she executive produced most of my favorite movies of his. She executive produced They Live, which is my favorite Carpenter movie of all time with Roddy Piper.
I saw that at the cinema. That one.
It went great. Yeah, me too. Me too. I love that movie. It's one of my favorite horror movies. It's either horror or sci-fi. It's actually kind of both, but
sci-fi, I'd say. There's not that many horror elements in it, is there? It's just like an alien invasion, but like a clever alien invasion with more infiltration than an invasion, isn't it? But
infiltration than invasion. Yes, exactly.
And you think about it, it's kind of like a play on the blinking Illuminati blinking conspiracy as well.
Exactly.
Hidden in the Valley Yard mostly is.
Have you ever seen that one, Mark?
I'm trying to remember. I'm sure. I mean, I've watched most of the.
It's the one with the sunglasses, where when he puts the sunglasses on, he can see through.
Oh yes, I do remember. I have seen it. I could probably do with a rewatch because I do like.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
Okay, we got
my favorite.
Quit talking about Kyle.
My favorite is The Thing. The Thing is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I like The Thing as well. That's really good.
I like
it's
The Thing.
Unbelievable.
But They Live is a little bit better to me. But They Live. I mean, but The Thing is wonderful. I also like Escape from New York an awful lot.
They were quite fun, yeah. Prince of Darkness is all right. Horror movie,
I like
but
Prince of Darkness, I like vampires also.
I've probably seen that one, but I can't remember.
It's
the one with James Woods.
Yeah, I think I've seen it. Does he hunt them with he's got like a harpoony gun sort of thing. It's all right, but no. The Thing was just. I mean, I can't believe The Thing in its time was an absolute, flop in its time. The Thing is unbelievable.
Oh, it wasn't a flop. It wasn't a flop. It just wasn't a huge hit, but it wasn't a flop.
The surprisingly good one was Dracula 2000.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh my god! There's a plot twist.
That was a prequel to the Carpenter one.
There's a plot twist in that you just never see coming.
What movie is this, Kyle?
Dracula 2000.
Okay.
Oh, Dracula 2000. Okay. Wait, who's in that movie?
I don't even remember. It's the plot twist. I don't want to give away the plot twist.
Don't give away the plot twist.
You're not talking about vampires, are you?
Huh? No.
You're not talking about no. And Dracula 2000 was by Carpenter?
I don't think it's Carpenter. I'm telling you that's a vampire movie worth looking at because it'll blow you away. It'll blow you away.
But it's not one. It doesn't have Christopher Lee in it, does it?
No, I think he's.
I think it does actually.
It's a Hammer movie from the 70s. Yeah, it's a Hammer movie. Yeah.
No, but Dracula 2000 is like from 2000.
Are you
sure?
sure?
I was thinking. And it's like Dracula's resurrected in the modern day of that time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is there a scene on a helicopter?
Well, there's a plot twist in it that I'm just telling you. It is the best Dracula plot twist.
It's not got Christopher Lee. It's got Christopher Plummer in it.
Plummer.
Oh, okay. Wouldn't you rather have a plumber than a lead?
It's also Wes Craven. It's Wes Craven.
Wes Craven.
Okay, okay.
And it's absolutely it's.
I haven't seen that either.
It's a good vampire movie. The movie itself is maybe a B- on the whole. The plot twist is an A+. The plot twist itself is an A+.
Do you want to show your book some new stuff? Have
you ever seen Shocker by Wes Craven?
Yeah, I've seen Shocker. Yeah,
I love Shocker. I wish they'd remade that once they got better effects. You know,
actually, I gotta send a business hours text real quick. I'm gonna drop off and I'll be back in like 3 minutes, but I got to drop out to do this. I'll be right back.
So one of the things, I'm collecting Bronze Age horror. So this auction in Cirencester, the guy just loads of Bronze Age horror and Lois Lane. So I went a bit loopy because I collect Bronze Age horror and Lois Lane. And one of the lots that I bought was
did you get any doubles?
A near complete run of The Ghosts of Dr. Graves.
So,
which of course is Charlton horror. Really good. I think there's about 90. I think I got about 70 odd out of the 90 comics.
Wow!
For about
a lot of comics.
£1 a comic. That's fantastic. Cool. Some of them in absolutely stunningly good condition. They're sort of like almost near mint. I mean, it's
hard to tell with Blinking Charlton though, because they're so
it's easy. But there's no spine text. The corners are sharp.
Yeah.
I mean, the paper quality is crap.
And it's quite jagged as well, isn't it? It's like they cut it with a jagged pair of scissors all the time. It's kind of like a little zigzag at the bottom of them all.
This is issue 1. Issue 1 sells for a reasonable amount of money. I think I've made my money back just on issue 1 actually, because it's a quite good grade. It's probably in a fine, but yes, you're right. But the paper quality is.
Did you get a number 5 by any chance?
I think I did.
Well, I need that, so please put that to the side for me. No, it's the one I didn't get. No, it's the one I didn't get out of the collection, but it's my favorite issue. It's the one where a guy.
I didn't get a 5. There's no 5, but I've got 1.
I know the 5s are very hard to find. It's
1, 3, 6, and 7. I got
Charlie Drupal story. That's great.
I'll look it up.
Okay.
But I've got.
He and his girlfriend get caught in a comic book.
Okay.
Get trapped in a comic book. It's actually terrific.
Story.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are great. Some of the covers are fantastic. It's got you've got a complete run of this as well, have you? Apart from 5.
Yeah, I have a pretty good run. I have a pretty good run upon it also now.
Covers, I mean, even though they paid the artist nothing, and the paper.
Well, it's all. Those are all Ditko. That was basically mostly Ditko's book.
Yeah.
Ditko and Aparo.
Yeah, that's right. Rocky Masterasso or something.
Yeah, Rocky was part of that. So was Peter. Also an Italian last name. Peter.
Oh,
I can't think of his name.
So this is a really nice one. This is sort of pinky.
Oh, that's real nice.
Yeah, and it's in really high grade.
That's an Aparo cover.
That is an Aparo cover, yeah.
Are you selling the new EC books in your shop, Bill?
No, because they're new and we only sell older stuff. So, these two malcontents are coming in. I'm going to have to go, but I'll come back, guys. Love you guys. Live long and prosper.
See you later.
I will show you this. This is my pick from Comic-Con Dwellings. It's great.
It is new horror?
Yes, it's new horror, but it's done in the old school Harvey style.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's very cool. And when I come back, we'll talk about that more. Thanks, guys. See you in a little bit. Okay, bye, guys.
This is a great cover as well. This is in near mint condition. I mean, you just never find these. If you go to London Comic Market and you look, they're all sort of They're never in this sort of shape. This guy must have collected from him. You know, you don't know where he's got
they're
these
barely in the comic shops either. I mean, I remember looking for comic shops like as a kid. I don't remember ever seeing any Charlton.
Charlton's almost impossible not to find Tatty because they're news.
I mean, look at this one. This is absolutely pristine.
They printed them on site, didn't they?
And it's got a TP on it. And there's also some dual price Charltons, which I haven't seen. There's only about 4 of them, where you get the UK price and the American price on the same comic.
Oh, that is normal on the Charlton comics then. Like 6p for the 20-cent comic. The American price is in the bullet.
There you go. That's the 6p. The
the box should say 6p and the American price is in the bullet. Look at the Charlton bullet. And
that's right. Yeah, the American price is in the bullet, and then the 6p is below. Yeah. So
Charlton actually catered to the British market.
I don't remember ever seeing Charlton as a kid, but maybe they stopped before I was really collecting much. But
I'm not sure how I'm not sure how widely they distributed they were in the UK, because I didn't see a lot of them either.
No, hardly ever. Only since I've been buying off Facebook sellers, really, people have
hang on a second, guys. Just Clay wants to talk. I just go silent.
When I started collecting my birthday books, all the Charlton ones I had to get from my comic shop because they weren't available here.
Huh? Yeah, I got at least still a box full of Charlton. It's a short box, but and I didn't want to cut out again, but I kind of had to, because it's like I had to shoot an email during business hours, and we're gonna run out of business hours here while we're on.
Right.
Oh shit! I need to do that before I got on, but
it's all good.
Everything just kind of happened at once there. I wanted to watch comics and sit back and relax. I haven't slept since 11 o'clock last night.
Yeah.
So it's been a rough go for the last 24 hours. But
was you here when I was discussing my health this week?
No. What's going on?
I've been bleeding from the ear. I've had an infection of obviously it's gone to my ear, and my eardrums popped or something, and I've been like literally crust of blood coming out of my ear. It's been not been fun.
And then all they can basically give you is ointment and say stick a.
They've given me antibiotics. It said that it's probably a virus. If it's a virus, then the antibiotics won't do anything, but you might as well take them anyway. Is what they've said, and they've just told me to take Nurofen because it's got, as well as painkiller, it stops a bit of swelling as well. So it stopped the swelling in the eardrum kind of thing. So it felt better when I started taking those. Fun with comics. Oh, was the paper quality the same? US?
It's the same. It's the same printer. It's the same printer.
Yeah.
It's like Marvel. It's like Marvel UK price variants, all printed at the same time as the US ones. They just put the UK price on at one of the printing points, so it's exactly the same. Printed in Derby, Connecticut.
Yep. And I gotta say it again. She may not be able to make it today, but my mom really wanted to let you guys know how much she appreciates you and adores you.
No worries, mate.
Well, I'm pleased she got out of the hospital.
Hopefully she'll pick up after that scare.
Well, she had literally 6 different things, and 5 of them were chemo related.
Yeah, well, the chemo made Lisa have heart problems. That's why Lisa's got heart problems now.
Yeah,
from the chemo, at least we assume.
She got the
she's
heart
on like
problem
6.5 pills a day for her heart nowadays. So, and they did say the chemo can cause that, and she was on chemo when it happened. So,
and they keep throwing medications at her. They're like, you're immunocompromised, so you need to take this for that, and this for that, and this for that. They got her on like 16 different meds now for that, but she really wanted me to let you guys know how much she appreciated you guys.
Right. Well,
no worries, mate.
I think 10 minutes of our conversation last night was just about you guys.
So is she?
Like, if I don't like it, you let them know.
So she's gone
Ask
home.
her to do us a poem, official Geeky Weekly poem.
Yeah, one that not allowed to be edited by her son.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll be tickled by that if she gets the energy. She'll be tickled by that.
So is she?
I don't think I'm gonna have the energy today, but if I do, I'll go up and pull a Charlton box.
Is she?
No worries, mate.
Has she got somebody looking after Kyle at home, or is she by herself?
My brother's there, but he's in ill health. But my niece is right down the street. My other niece is right down the road. Okay. People are checking in. And we, like we talked about the other day, the hardest part is the fierce independence just being ripped out from under you. I mean, that is exactly what happened. Is she's like, well, I'll get this done and I'll get that done. It's like, well, when you get the rug pulled out from under you, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
She doesn't. Sometimes she doesn't have the energy to walk across the room and eat. So, or bug anybody, or feel like eating. Then that, just the dominoes fall.
Yeah.
And it makes you weak and makes you weak and tired, and that makes everything.
Your appetite gets stupid. When you need to eat the most, you eat the least, and when you need to eat the least, you eat the most. That's always how that ends.
This is one of my favorite of the covers. This werewolf cover.
Oh yeah, cool.
I don't know who the artist is on that. Do you know who that is, Carl? It's not Aparo. I think
Charlton at that time. That's not Joe Staton. That's obviously not Ditko.
No, they're not Ditko.
I know who it isn't. That's not Boyette. That's too detailed to be Boyette.
I just don't think it's Boyette.
Yeah.
What's the number?
It's number 52.
Let's see if I can find out on my comic shop.
The Grand Comic
with that title, The Many Ghosts of Dr. Graves, it'd probably be impossible to find the actual comic. I always find long title ones are hard to actually look up.
That's Jim Aparo.
Sorry?
That's an Aparo.
Yeah.
How do I know
it? Jim Aparo's
That's Pat Boyette. Sorry, that's Pat Boyette.
Yeah, it's Tom Sutton.
Tom Sutton. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I love Sutton. I think Sutton.
Yeah, Tom Sutton.
That makes sense.
I should have known that because most of my favorite Charlton covers are Sutton.
Yeah. So, what was Jim Aparo's first pro comic work?
Oh, I'm sure I've heard it before, but damn if I remember.
It's gonna be. Is it something?
Archie. That was what's his face, wasn't
it? It's the 1966 checks. What are they called?
Go-Go.
Go-Go. Go-Go number 6. I think he did a little piece at 5.
I think I've got Go-Go number 6.
Go-Go number 6. That's Jim Aparo's. I was trying to jump through the screen yesterday on the show when I kept talking about JM because he started in Weird War. That was his first pro work.
Yeah.
And issue 70, Weird War, when you put that up for a couple bucks, sorry, they're racing again this weekend, so practice going on. But yeah, Weird War 70, where them skeletons are coming off the ship and things like that. That's JM's first pro work.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I kept trying to say it in the thread, but I think you sold it for 5 or 6.
Yeah, it was fairly low grade. I've got those are all duplicates, so I've got a better copy in the PC.
It doesn't really jump in value with anything to it, but it is his first pro work.
Oh no, it's nice to have now. I didn't know that.
I used to have a laundry list in my head of everybody's first paid pro works, and I had a lot of amateur. I had a lot of John Byrne amateur work, but that went to.
Oh dear. This is a good
Metarog
question.
Down in Florida.
I haven't even managed to get any more Rip Hunters. I've not even seen any more Rip Hunters since that time.
Well, I have.
Rip Hunters I do have.
Okay, if you're interested, I will bring some. I've acquired a few old Rip Hunters so I'll bring them along on Sunday, Gray, if you want part of your payment.
Excellent, yeah. But see, thanks for bringing it up. Fun with comics and toys. I might have scored some more Rip Hunter, but even the Rip Hunter I've got, I realise one of them's got a page missing, and every single one of them that covers that I've got the one with George Washington, and someone's trying to hit the moustache on him. It's all in terrible grade.
I think I've got about 4 or 5 grey, and they're old, but they're in good shape. Yeah.
You've got great covers as well. If you look at them run,
Mark,
really...
if I'd have known you about a year sooner, Metarog got this book off me, and we've established it's the highest graded. It's the highest condition known copy. It's not graded, but it's obviously higher condition than anything that has been graded by a long ways. It's at least an 8.0. And it has it's a fanzine out of Chicago, and it has amateur John Byrne work in it, and it has the first scribblings of Stan Sakai when he was 19 years old.
Oh, fantastic.
So it's, if you ever wonder, it's called Chronicles, and it's
that's my pencil.
Chronicle 3.
My pencil's got a skull on the end of it. How cool is that?
Oh, pencil.
Use this for my games mastering back when I was doing it.
Oh, were you a dungeon master?
Yeah, well, as a games master, I never played Dungeons and Dragons. I only ever played Dungeons and Dragons as a player, but I games mastered for Dragon Warriors, which was like a British book system, which was really good.
I forgot the couple's name, but I was still going to make a horrible joke there about dungeon masters and stuff.
So, and also Villains and Vigilantes was one of my favourites.
Okay, I have heard of that.
So many characters for Villains and Vigilantes, so many games to play.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
That'd be fun to play. If we could all get together, that'd be really fun to play.
Villains and Vigilantes.
It was cool.
It was like playing a comic book. D&D takes a lot more like thinking and things like that. Villains and Vigilantes is a little easier, a little more.
Right, so
you have some more comics to show.
Yeah, so that was the Dr. Graves one. The other title that I've got some of is Haunted. I've got a few Haunteds. I'm going to show you my favourite cover, and it's Mr. Sutton again. It's a great cover.
Oh.
It's a sort of shambling.
A monstrosity of some variety.
Yeah, fantastic. Let me get it out of this bag.
Is it a spaghetti monster? It's like a bowl of spaghetti that's got attitude.
Yeah, it is a spaghetti. With eyes, though. It's got eyes.
Yeah. Oh.
God, there's actually gloss on that.
No, it's great. Yeah.
I don't.
That is
I might have 3 Charltons that still have gloss on them.
Yeah. And they smell great.
Well, it's the newsprint.
It's
that's what makes them better than the others. Is they smell even better on old newsprint.
Well, because you get more cellulose degradation. So there you go. That's a really great Charlton cover.
It looks like
that competes with some of the DC stuff, mate.
They're grossly underrated because of poor paper
people at the bottom are great.
There's some fear and trepidation there.
Yeah.
But that's what Ditko loved them. Though they paid their people right.
Who did? Charlton. I thought they paid lowest page rate there was.
They got more from it. Like ownership, they got things from it. They didn't get they weren't lavished in money, but they were easier going. Ditko swore by them. Ditko couldn't work.
I think they had more freedom working for them, didn't they? So they had more freedom with the stories and whatever.
There was no editing, was there? It was sort of like get on with it and whatever they produced.
Yeah, basically it was self-editing. He could crank out 30 pages. And Marvel would be like, change these 3 pages. And in the time he could do 3 pages for Marvel, he could do 30 pages for Charlton.
Yeah.
And he's like, and I just don't want to do that. I don't want to be You know, it's got to be this. It's got to be micromanaged. It's got to be that. It's like, you know, they didn't pay as much, but you made more.
You didn't have to redo pages so often, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Right. So another Charlton horror title is called Midnight Tales.
I love Midnight Tales. That's the only one I want to get the whole run of. But so far, I've only found 2 of them. So it's going to take me some time.
So this is
covered so cool.
It says, I'm his exorcist. He seems to have been possessed by a human.
The
devil.
They're all humorous covers, aren't they? They're like
really fun,
a change. It's funny because inside not necessarily. They're not necessarily.
There's a huge fire-breathing dragon here, and the girl is saying, "Hey, Uncle, I've always wondered how they eat these old castles."
Yeah. My favourite one is the shark falling in love with a submergible vehicle.
Oh, I haven't got that one. Here's another on Midnight Tales. It's the uncle and the daughter and the niece again, and there's a monster in the elevator, and she's saying, "Gee, Uncle Cyrus, maybe we ought to take the stairs."
She's Ariadne, isn't she? I think her name is
something like that. Yeah. Right. There was loads of these Charlton horror titles. This was called Ghostly Haunts.
Yeah. I think some of them like changed names as well. I think that one run it started off as something, then it became
I think Haunted,
something or other, something like that.
Baron Werewolf's Haunted.
Yeah.
Another Ghostly Haunt. The Ghostly Tales. Did Tales turn into Haunts, or did Haunts?
Maybe it might have done.
That's a little bit pricier. What issue is that? Like 169?
That is 124.
Hold that back up again. What's the price on that? It's 60 cents or 75?
30 cents.
Huh?
30 cents.
Oh, it's the original version of that. I thought that was the later one.
They did reuse covers, didn't they? Apparently later in the line.
The reprint of that is worth more than that is.
Why?
Because the reprint of that was basically the last book that Charlton published.
Oh, okay.
It's like the last handful of books they published when they were in reprint cycle in the last couple months they were around. The print run was non-existent. There's only a couple thousand of them.
Another title is Baron Werewolf's Haunted Library.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
why did they fold then, Kyle? Because they had their own print and all that. What made them fold? Do you know?
If you listen to rumor, it's the mob. More or less. I mean, they just basically couldn't keep up with the big boys. But isn't that right, Mark? It's Charlton.
Well, there were sort of rumors about them being linked to the mob. I mean, they were Italian owned, weren't they? And he did start out by doing bootleg music sheets, and he did get locked up for a bit of time, didn't he?
And then the feds cracked down on printing press schemes that were going on, and they were definitely guilty of that. And they basically got squeezed and said, "All right, we're done."
I've got only 2 of this. Only 2
printing out $4 bills, were they?
Monster Hunter number. I've only got 2 issues of that. I don't know how many that ran to.
All Ditko. There's an All Ditko issue of that too. Issue like 14's an All Ditko issue. I got that upstairs, but that was one of Ditko's last for him.
Scary Tales. I've only got 1 of those. Hold on. I don't know if these are.
I ain't got a great deal of.
And the stories do a lot of these. Like a lot of those are unused Ditko ideas that he had in the 60s. Some of them he actually had storyboards.
This is probably the worst cover. This is probably one of the worst covers I have ever seen in terms of the art. I mean, it looks like a kid.
Beyond the grave.
That's not Ditko. And then I've got a few of these ones. This is Ditko. This is really nice Ditko. This is all new Ghost Manor.
Yeah.
I've got a few of them.
And he'd get like hundreds of dollars from them at a time by just
I think this, I really like this cover.
Picking up stuff in his room and going, all right, here's an 8-page anthology that never got printed. So
oh, nice.
This one's nice. I think this is Sutton again. Do you know who that is? What do you think that's Sutton? Can you check that one up, Gray?
Yeah.
Ghost Manor number 22.
You want to look it up?
Yeah, it's a really nice cover. It's not Ditko.
And yeah, there's only a half a dozen or so guys to choose from, and you know it's not
22.
Yeah.
Now they had a guy like
Gordon
Dominguez.
Newton.
Gordon Newton. Oh, okay. Gordon Newton.
Gordon Newton.
I like that one. That's probably my favourite Gordon Newton then. Oh, now this one. Sorry, right. This is definitely Sutton. So I showed you the other one with this. My second favourite Charlton cover, and it's also by Sutton. This is fantastic. This is the rotting corpse in the chair with the teddy bear. I think that's a great cover. I mean, if he carried on doing covers like this, these are sort of not quite, but nearly up to Bernie Wrightson type standard.
Yeah.
Where did the teddy bear get his name?
Teddy Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Oh.
I can tell that Tom Sutton did this because it says Tom Sutton downside of the chair.
That's weird.
No, he did that all the time.
Well, wrote someone else's name on it?
No, it's his name.
It's his name, Tom Sutton.
But that was Don Newton cover.
No, this is the Sutton cover.
Oh, sorry, that was a different cover. You moved on.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse my brain.
Sutton, he's got the Sutton.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know where I was going now. I thought my brain was still back to the last cover you were looking at.
And then for some reason in the same box, I've got some American comic group ACG.
Oh, yeah.
Is that ACG?
Oh, I love that. I love that stuff so much.
Way underrated.
When Nazis were thwarted by trees.
Yeah. That's Magic Man, isn't it? Or is that Nemesis?
Yep. Magic Man.
Magic Man in Vietnam.
Calagastro.
Roger's got all these, I think. All the Magic Man or Nemesis issues.
I mean, that's late 50s, early 60s superhero stuff you can get.
No. It's mid 60s.
But you can get it for under $10.
Unknown Worlds.
I've got that one.
You've got that one?
Great stuff.
I've got that one. One of the very few that I have. I bought that at the table next to ours a couple of marks ago. Mark.
Yeah.
Human Torch. What? On that last cover.
It does look a bit. You could argue that it's like.
It's Johnny Storm.
It's a Human Torch inside one of the Invisible Girl's bubbles.
Yeah, exactly.
So I just come on for a second. I'm just going to show my Rip Hunter collection to Fun with Comics and Toys. They happen to be in the box next to me. So this one is the first one I picked up. I've taped it together now. I've got some tape for it. I think this has got a missing page though. So even though it's the first, I still need to get another one probably. It's a great dinosaur cover. My light's really terrible in this room.
I still have his first appearance from Showcase.
Oh, awesome! Here's Time Master. Where someone's drawn a Hitler mustache on on George Washington.
Or it also got Groucho. That's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. You know,
they're just some great covers that is going to get executed in this one.
How did you like the fact that Rory from Doctor Who played Rip Hunter on the TV series?
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
That
same
was
dude.
Rory from Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I didn't realise.
Yeah, same guy.
Oh.
Very different character.
Too much of that, but
yeah, me neither.
Oh, the dude from Giant Valley. He's fighting a giant spider with just a crowbar as a weapon.
Spider-Man.
That's it. That's my Rip Hunter collection so far.
Oh, well, I've got about another 3 or 4 of them, and they're not there with those ones. So I think you could be doubling the size of your Rip Hunter collection.
He was merely inquiring because I think I must have mentioned it in a video a while back that he must have seen. But yeah, they're hard to find these ones.
They're quite old. They're from the 50s and early 60s, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not new.
Oh right, so from the sort of Bronze Age Charlton horror, this is quite a nice little series that I picked up. This is modern stuff, and I really like this cover. It's a sort of Sergeant Pepper.
Sergeant Pepper's, yeah.
Sergeant Pepper
nice. So the Living Dead.
And I think there's a Marilyn Monroe zombie as well.
Yes, I love that. That's
great.
Awesome.
That's a really good cover, isn't it?
It's a great cover.
Who's this little kid down here? And this sort of is this sort of Dennis or somebody? I don't know.
Oh, it's supposed to be Buster Brown.
Buster Brown. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really like that.
There's an American death metal band called Macabre, and they've got a Sergeant Pepper style album cover, but it's all serial killers.
That's funny, man. That's funny. So I wanted to show you guys this. So I got to meet my hero, B.K. Taylor.
I think he's crazy. Is that what he said about you?
Yeah, exactly. But this guy wrote and drew some of the funniest stuff in National Lampoon, and one of his best strips was Timberland Tales about life in the frozen tundra in Canada. And this character right here is Maurice, and he was the comic relief for everything. He was an Eskimo boy who was always getting into trouble somehow. And I met BK at the show, and I asked him if he would draw me a sketch of Maurice. And he did. And it's, I love to you. And it looks like it's printed. It's so great. Isn't that wonderful?
That's really good. I like that.
Really great. Really great
What's
stuff.
That? Was that a moose behind him?
What's that?
Was there a moose behind him?
Yes. No. That's his dog, Foamy.
Oh yeah. Right.
And Foamy has rabies, so he's always foaming. So he's foamy.
Oh, nice. That's good.
It's really funny. Then I also got, so this is Dwellings, which I think I showed you a little bit earlier, but it's a take on the Harvey style, but it's a horror kind of comic.
Yeah, is that a trade paperback or a comic card?
It's actually a hardback from Oni Press, the same people that do.
I know Oni Press.
Yeah. And then
I got Poe's Ravens.
I got this, which will interest you guys. This is the Venus, the Timely comic.
Yeah.
The second volume.
Nice cover.
Yeah, second volume.
Yeah, it is a nice cover.
And it's got some great horror in it. It's got this very famous cover. Let me find it real quick.
I think my mate Alan collects Venus. Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, that is a really expensive comic.
Extremely expensive. Thousands.
All them horrors.
More than that. Tens of thousands.
Yeah.
And then I got this.
My favorite thing is monsters.
This is a trade paperback, but this is the second volume. The first one swept the Eisners years ago and was just phenomenal. It's drawn in a style of a teenage girl, and everything looks like it's done on notebook paper, but her style and everything is completely a throwback to the 60s.
Hi, Mama Kyle.
And it's pretty great stuff.
Hi, Johnny. Glad to hear you're out of hospital.
Yeah.
Hey, guys. Glad you're out. We love you, Mom.
Yeah. I hope you get better soon. Improve.
Kyle, are we upstairs today? Wow.
As much as I can be.
Mama says hello,
Hey,
Kyle.
There you go. Hey, Mama. Here you go.
Oh, that's a nice Charlton.
Oh,
I've never heard of it.
Charlton.
Jungle Jim was a King Features kind of American knockoff on Tarzan.
I think it might have shown in the UK at one time.
Mysterious Traveller. There you go. I love these.
I had a teddy bear when I was really young. I had a teddy bear and I called him Jungle Jim. And I think I might have got it from maybe seeing a TV show once or something.
You could put that on my list if you like. The Mysterious.
You ever see a 75-cent Charlton? Grab it. There's only like 7 of them. I have them all here. So, hey, here's cool.
Surf and
Wheels. I got my very first Dragon Wheels comic this week.
Number 1.
Whoa.
The White Angels.
Number 1.
Here come the White Angels.
Well, I grabbed a couple. I'm going to find the box eventually. This is in the nicer stuff, but I jacked stuff around because I heard my mom.
Mark, keep it together. If you laugh, I laugh. Yabo Nabo. That was the name of Kyle's band in the 80s. Yabo Nabo. They were pro master.
My 1999 band was the Juxtaposer.
No. That was the name of the STD that Kyle picked up when he was in the army.
I wasn't in the army.
Yabo.
Because he's a yobbo.
Don't say army. Army is bad. I'll put them up here.
It was more like Slabo Nabo, but that's something else altogether. And now
I've got my
and now we have Gray.
Got my Charlton Hovers here.
Oh, Midnight Tales. Oh, that's lovely.
I love those so much.
This is the best one. This is the funniest one with the shark.
Wayne Howard. Isn't that great? I love that. I've never seen that cover before. That's awesome. Yeah, Wayne Howard was the only person that ever got creator credit on the cover of a Charlton comic, and he was also happened to be African American.
Nice. Oh, I'm getting comic envy here.
I know, right? I think I have that one. That almost looks like old Barnabas Collins. Which, strangely enough,
I'll show that one earlier.
Barnabas is on TV.
Right? Is that not the Colonel?
Yeah.
This is what happens. This is what happens when you use the wrong mix of herbs and spices in your chicken.
That's right.
This thing emerges.
That's so wrong.
That's definitely a Ditko.
Evil Spice. Oh yeah. It's a reprint, but yeah.
A reprint of what? An earlier one?
Yeah.
It's a reprint. That cover's the same as one of the ones on Dr. Graves.
Yeah. That's is that no, that might be McConnell. Does it have a name on it?
It's an Infinity cover. Yeah, O'Connell, it looks like 81.
Yeah, O'Connell. Yeah, Mitch O'Connell.
And that's the same one. That's the same as the Dr. Graves cover that I showed earlier.
Oh, wow, that's weird.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I did see that. No, because I saw it. It looks like a doorway almost, isn't he? Rather than actually a shadow, it looks like a doorway, and then she's coming through it. So
look at that! They've recycled
60 cent out of this one.
Yep.
It's got 20p price on it as well, UK price.
So mine's an earlier one. I think that's the original. I think this is the original.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the one I also showed that one, Mirror of Yesterday. Yeah.
That's a Stanton cover.
I think you sold that one as well, because I remember.
I did, yeah.
I got that
That's
one.
Ditko.
That's the Ghost of Dr. Graves, number 21.
So Dr. Graves is a bit like Dr. 13 in that he's a sort of psychic. He doesn't really believe.
Yeah. I like Dr. 13.
Yeah,
I was looking at his first appearance, but it's an old bloody comic and it costs quite a lot of money, so I don't feel no rush.
Yeah,
this is one of my birthday ones. Sanho Kim is the artist on this one.
That's nice. Yeah.
He was great. He was especially great on the Yang Gang.
Yeah, Yang. Yeah, the martial arts comic.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I've got.
This is now one of my birthday ones. Strange suspense stories.
Oh,
that's a hard one to find.
I think you got that from our friend Darren.
No, I didn't actually. I think I must have reused the bag because I got this from my comic shop actually. When I first started collecting my, I didn't know Darren. This is from 2018 when I first started collecting my birthday books.
Okay.
I must have moved it into a new bag at some point, which happens to have been one of his.
Exactly.
This first story, I made a video of it on my channel, one of my horror Halloween videos. Such a weird story. It's just completely rubbish. It was just like it's like they threw on a twist like out of the blue, and it was very, very strange. This one, I think this is a birthday one as well. The first Charlton ones I got was simply because they were September 1969, and I just managed to pick up a few after that. Gypsy Revenge.
Those are great.
This is a bit sci-fi. This one, The Anywhere Machine. Here comes the bride. The Ghostly Tales is fighting a dinosaur. So dark though, this one. It's very dark.
Yeah,
Hard to make out.
Yeah.
Some of the trade dresses as well are rather book rubbish. Look at Ghostly Tales from the Haunted House in different font underneath. It just looks a bit rubbish that somehow. Doesn't look like the most exciting kind of trade dress. It's quite a good vampire.
Yeah, that's quite nice.
It's a woman putting the squeeze on. Good up top, but snake body.
Yeah.
It's no good.
Okay.
Jack the Ripper cover.
Oh.
Another dinosaur.
I mean, these used to be really cheap. They're starting to pick up the price now.
Yeah, they're always about £2 or £3 when I see them.
Yeah, exactly.
This is their
that's a good one.
Romance horror run.
Yeah, Haunted Love. I've got that.
Haunted Love.
Yeah. I think you picked that up at London Comic Mart.
Got a couple of these now. Haunted Love. Beyond the Grave.
I gotta dig out my full Charlton box later. It's buried, and I'm not.
This one is weird because I can't work out if it's got spotting on it or that's actually part of the cover.
Please, Kyle, don't go full Charlton on us, please.
Spotty.
It's like it's like the full Monty, but it's drawn by Ditko. The full Charlton. Talk about a weird. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Last Charlton horror I've got is Charlton Bullseye. All new weird and scary stories.
That's some horrible art and horrible storytelling.
Yes, that is really dreadful. That is probably even worse than one I showed. I said it's the worst cover art I've ever seen. That's
probably... jaundice, poor chap. What are you talking about? Don't be so mean.
I mean, I think probably.
I think my friend Dan may have drawn that, sadly, but.
Hi, Matt.
I love Dan, but his artwork on Charlton Bullseye was anything but stellar.
It's like Mark, Heike, and
it's got way better now,
maybe,
but took 4 decades.
Sometimes you feel at Charlton that all the major artists were off on holiday and not in the office, and they just got somebody
Yep. Especially on the funny titles. Yeah.
So, they have some charm, but like it's a kind of rough and ready kind of charm, isn't it? It's so bad they're good kind of covers.
All right, you want to blow me up real quick? I'll show a couple things, and I'm gonna
sure. We'll blow you up. It didn't work. One more time. Oh, sorry.
Here's the Charlton you don't see much of.
Hunk. I want that. What number is that? I almost,
Yeah.
I have 6 pages somewhere of me reinventing that as him as a teenager.
Hunk number 5, 1962.
Does it smell like a 5?
It smells like
Yeah.
heaven.
Matt's got some info.
No one worked in the office.
No one worked in the office. Everybody worked from home, except for maybe Dick Giordano.
Well, yeah, because he ran the whole show.
Outlaws of the West.
There were a few secretaries also that worked there, but yeah, it was. Well, no, actually, the magazine division had a lot of people working there at the offices. You have to remember their biggest hit was Hit Parader magazine, which basically just wrote up song lyrics to popular song titles.
That's nice.
Gee, who did that cover?
Ditko.
It's Ditko, but it's not his inks. It's
strange suspense story.
Here, pull it out a little bit. Go back up. Now come back in a little bit. Yeah, that's not Ditko inked by Ditko. That's Ditko inked by maybe Giordano.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks a little bit oddly polished.
You know, on the show the other day, Mark, where I told you I had a lot of Mark Silvestri autographs, and I'll send one along. This is not one I'm going to send along, but this is a box set signed by Billy Tucci and Mark Silvestri.
Very nice.
Wow.
It's signed on the box and then wrap sealed, so it's never been opened, and it's signed underneath there.
Oh, wow.
This is 5 variant issues for the Battle for Independence. Do you know what the significance of this book is?
No clue.
And it would make that demon dude cry on your show. This is where Witchblade first appears, and here's 5 different versions of it.
Wow.
Wow.
Signed by Silvestri.
Because Silvestri, it was Silvestri who found Michael Turner, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He picked him up. He found him at a Comic-Con.
But that's one of my numerous Silvestri autographs. That's a Tucci autograph. And it's a sealed box set of the first appearance of Witchblade. Now, if you want this, you might be able to talk me out of it, but I'm not going to that's not going to be one I'm just going to give away to somebody. But they're out there. I just haven't seen one in years. Still sealed. But again, your show had me going the other day, and I was thinking of things. And especially this one, because I love showing this.
We've warned you about thinking about things, Kyle.
I'm not going to get up to the artist's name, but
is it George?
Is this Evans?
George Evans.
George Evans, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's really nice, Kyle.
Is he not the guy who did all the Commando books?
I don't.
It's listed
enough. This guy was EC's go-to guy to take covers. And he did some horror up in the 70s, but
yeah, he was actually mad keen on World War I fighter craft.
His work on Aces High was amazing for EC. Yeah. That's probably the pinnacle of what he did.
Yeah,
it's not all he did.
Now, who's gonna know who did this?
Oh, you are.
We can't see
it.
Barry Windsor Smith.
No, I'm
Mike
going
Kaluta.
for
Mike Kaluta.
Mike Kaluta. Yeah, Kaluta. We
think. See a pattern? 864. These are from the same set.
Oh, they're all from the studio.
These are all from. This was a set put out by the Cartoon Artist Society.
Okay.
And all these are numbered sequentially to that. One of the non-signed things in here. Who did that?
Frazetta. That's the gauntlet. poster art.
Rosetta.
Gauntlet poster art.
And that's on nice thick.
Oh, was that a film, the Gauntlet?
Yeah, it's a film.
Oh,
it's with
not the one on the bus with
Clint Eastwood
and his missus
and Sandra Locke, his former girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's going to be impossible to tell who did this. Who did this one? Who did that?
Jack Davis. Wow.
Signed Jack Davis piece.
I wouldn't have got it.
No, I wouldn't.
He knew I would.
Here's another tricky one. Boy, this one's going to be hard. Oh, my goodness. Who is it?
Neil Adams. It's all guys I've written pieces on.
That's one of my numerous Adams autographs, even though I've let go a bunch of them.
So I will say this: I was contacted at Comic-Con to work on some future EC books.
And again,
so
not
I'm
a signed
about
one.
that. Oh, sorry, Kyle. Go ahead.
Mark should know who this is.
Al Williamson.
Al Williamson.
Al Williamson.
Oh.
Who was a mentor of mine.
All right. Now, I let go of the autograph plate of this.
We got him to blame for you, have we?
That's Bern Hogarth.
That is Bern Hogarth. I let go of the
Who
autograph.
Who I also knew. He didn't sign it?
I gave away the signed one.
Oh, you moron. Those are worth a fortune now.
Mm-hmm. All right.
You're not a moron. I'm just saying.
Now,
I
sure
wish
you don't get any creases on there, mate.
It's going to be tricky hard. Who did that?
It's Gil Kane.
Gil. That's the only one I recognise.
Sugar Lip Kane.
Had a geezer looked like Gil Kane. Looked a bit like Hawkman, didn't it?
The thief, Gil Kane. You know that story, right? He stole tons of artwork from Marvel and DC.
Yet again, it's going to be tricky. Who did it?
Oh, Eisner.
Will Eisner.
I was first.
Sadly, not a signed one.
I only knew because the spirit.
And last but not least, and again, sadly not signed, but utter brilliance.
I can't tell.
Nah.
It's not Kurtzman. Is it? No. Oh, it is Kurtzman. I was right. Wow. Wild ass guess.
You were wrong. You said it's not Kurtzman.
Oh, that's right. I said, no, is it? Is it? It was a question mark. There's a question mark there.
Yeah,
so
no, there was a statement. You said it's not Kurtzman.
You were 100% wrong. You could have picked.
Is it?
You could have picked about 5 million.
Why did you guess wrong there, Bill? You really guessed wrong there, mate.
Love you.
I showed you long time comic.
You would have won.
Swords. I kid. So did I show you guys last week? Did I show you the Frank Bruner Doctor Strange art I got at Comic-Con?
I can't remember.
I don't think so.
I don't think I've seen it.
Uh,
Let me go grab it out of the car. I'll be right back.
All right. You want to show a few more, Mark, while he's grabbing? I want to see your Lois Lanes. Have you got any doubles in your Lois Lanes?
I picked up a collection. I've probably got two. I picked up the Black Curious one.
Oh yeah. You know, did you get a good deal?
8. Yeah, it's a really pricey comic, but it was at this auction where I didn't really know what they were selling. So it's a 300, 400 pound comic. It's in nice grade as well. It's probably in a very fine, and I got it for 70 quid.
Yeah, that's good.
It's a pricey comic. And I also picked up which I've already got. I picked up issue 70, the first appearance of Catwoman. Yeah, got that.
How much that will go for?
Here you go, Mark.
Well, I'll resell that because I've already got it in a 7.0 in a slab, which is worth about 500. So I reckon I can get 300 for the one I picked up.
Okay.
See if you can identify the artist there.
Other issues as well. That's Leisner. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Linsner.
Linsner.
Okay. Linsner.
Look, It's
I
a
know him.
Dawn bookmark.
Is that how you know him?
That's a Dawn bookmark.
Yeah.
So do you guys know the British comic artist Paul Rose?
No.
A friend of mine. He sent me this. His horror art is fantastic.
It's too messy for me.
Yeah, it's hard to make out, but
if you
it's kind of nightmarish.
It's very nightmarish.
Yeah.
I think he's great, and he's sending me a companion piece to that. Now this
was that original?
Yeah.
Nice.
Original.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Dr. Fate.
Nice.
Dr. Strange, and this
I have definitely shown that to us before.
Is that a worm creature in the foreground?
No, you weren't here last week though, Mark.
You must have shown it the week before because I've definitely seen that.
No, I got it at Comic-Con.
Did you put it on a video or anything?
I don't think I showed it last week.
You put it on your Facebook,
You either showed it last week or you put it in the thread.
Yes. I put it in a thread to show you guys. Yeah, that's what I did.
I've definitely seen it.
The inks are by Jeff Isherwood. I don't know if you guys know him, Canadian artist.
Right, the name sounds familiar.
He's done quite a bit for. He's drawing Conan now for whatever studios he's doing, Boom Studios or whoever. I don't know if I've shown you these. Stop me. This is the original prelim cover sketch for Donald Duck Comics.
Is that Carl Banks?
Yep, Carl Barks.
Carl Barks, rather. That's an original.
And it's signed by Carl. It is an original.
Wow.
Cool.
It's from the collection. This is a Russ Heath Sergeant Rock page.
Ooh, very nice.
Isn't that beautiful?
How much did that set you back, Bill?
I got it from the collection.
Oh.
So not much. Like
that says that Jeff Isherwood lives in the city.
Like it's criminal kind of. But
Matt lives in Canada.
This is a short Doug Wildey, who created Space Angel and Johnny Quest and the Godzilla cartoon. This is a early issue of Jonah Hex.
Oh, nice.
And it's absolutely gorgeous stuff.
Oh, Matt, I have watched you. Matt is a Alan.
Yeah, he's mates with your fellow, isn't he? Your mate Alan, yeah.
I voted for you in your $50 challenge. I thought your Alan was going
to the
market.
Yeah, I saw that video.
Mark, he
does lots of shorts as well.
Oh,
I think I either had that one or I've got that one still. I think I might have sold that to Mark. I did have one of those once. Not signed though.
You can definitely put that on my. Putting together a
list. Whose autograph is that?
E = MC squared. It's what's his name? The German scientist.
Einstein. Albert.
Eric McGuinness.
Ed McGuinness. Before he went on to Cap and stuff like that. So that's a variant of that.
You got bits coming all over the place. Got some more art.
Yeah, this is interesting because it's an Alex Toth page that he didn't finish. And what's great about that is he inked and lettered it all. But he didn't finish the pencils, so you get to see his entire creative process.
Yeah,
yes,
that's quite nice actually. Half inked, half not.
I know, I like it a lot, and it's signed as well, and it's just a beautiful piece.
Nice.
And it's a caricature of himself in the page.
Oh,
so pretty cool. And then I think I have one more to show. And this is the beauty of all of them.
Fathom.
Namor.
This is a Bill Everett Namor
Bill
page.
Everett. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is, and it's, I don't know if it's signed. It may be signed, but I'm not sure. But this one's worth a pretty penny. I'm probably going to take it to auction if I don't keep it. I haven't made up my mind yet.
Don't flog these cheap, Bill. That is worth a lot of money.
Oh, I know. Probably a lesser page from that issue just went for $13.5, so it's probably worth between 15 and 20. So
exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be very careful. Well, guys, I'm gonna have to cut out. I've got some stuff I've got to do, but I will see you guys next week. Mark, live long and prosper, all of you.
See you, mate.
Love you guys. See you, Kyle.
See you later, Bill.
Love you, fellas. See you next week. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
See you later.
Oh, another night.
F.A.R.T.s is 0.
Yeah. Is it? Tell me it's signed. Oh, nice. But yes, nice.
Still in the bag.
Oh.
Signed by Palmiotti, Snegoski, and Casada.
Wow.
Oh.
On the bag.
Put that on my list.
On the bag. So, and you know what the authenticator for this is? The bag.
Yeah.
The fact that it's the bag. Yeah, these aren't bad. A Stephen Platt book.
Soul Saga.
With a Michael Turner variant cover.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, look. A Diamond Previews exclusive.
That's nice as
Michael Turner.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've got one of those Soul Fires. It's not that one.
Well, this is the...
He did so many covers at Michael Turner, didn't he? How long was he in the... I know he died ages ago, didn't he? How long was he in the business for?
He did a lot of covers in a short period of time.
He must have been churning them out like 5 a day.
So there's another
so many covers done. There's new comics coming out now with his new covers.
This is Turner's company, so this doesn't really count. This is like continuity for Neil Adams.
Yeah.
But these are all Turner variants of his own stuff.
Yeah. Fathom, that was his character, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Michael Turner presents Aspen Seasons, fall of 2005.
That's nice.
Aspen Seasons, spring of 2005.
That's where they do the skiing, isn't it? Aspen?
Yeah, I mean, I think had a similar. He was around for actually less than Dave Stevens was around, but Dave Stevens was sort of the opposite of Turner. He was sort of such a perfectionist. He hardly ever produced anything, whereas Turner he died. I think he died when he was in his early 30s, mid 30s, wasn't he? But he was much more prolific.
I'm not sure, but it must have been pretty young.
Yeah, pro career from 96 to 2008. Yes.
That's
Wizard
really,
World Chicago exclusive. And that's on the bag, not the comic.
14 years.
Look at that bikini bottom.
Hold on a second. Who's this weird guy who's come back?
I don't know. He's really weird, though.
Oh, there you go. That would be a really good bikini bottom for cover slingers, Kyle.
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, it could have been.
And it just keeps going. How about a Dawn of War variant?
Are you missing us already? Is that why you came back, Bill?
No, my nephew came down and he's trying to get me to help him get into college, and it's a fiasco because he doesn't really have the grades, but now he may have the grades, and I'm just trying to help him.
Now the signed Turners are behind me buried, but who is this?
Brink of Disaster.
Who is that?
Brink Stevens. Brink Stevens, Dave Stevens' ex-wife.
Is it?
Am I right or am I right?
That is who that is. Special San Diego edition.
Can anybody guess who this is?
We can't really see
hold
it.
on.
Hold on.
Hold on a second. Trying to drag you over.
Still can't really see it. Oh, wait a minute. This is ringing a bell. That panel with the woman at the with.
He just
Frank
showed
Thorne.
the name.
Frank
Frank
Thorne
Thorne?
it is.
Yeah.
Yes,
Frank
this is
Thorne.
Red Sonja.
Red Sonja, isn't it? Is that Red
Yeah.
Sonja like?
Isn't that beautiful, man?
Wendy Peeney posed for those.
And it's signed by him. Yep.
That's nice. Very nice.
Nice.
Isn't that great?
Mm.
Yeah.
But yet the big piece out of that whole group is still the Everett piece. Go back to Kyle.
Special guest, the Blonde Avenger, but just
Was
for
she a
shits and
cosplayer?
giggles.
So was she a cosplayer?
No, she was a horror actress.
She is a scream queen. Oh, it's a Brink Stevens autograph
Fancy that.
on a Julie Bell cover.
Oh,
I've
Julie
never heard
Bell.
of
I love Julie Bell is married
Julie Bell, very
to
good.
Horace.
Yeah.
I've never heard of Brink Stevens before.
She's a B-movie scream queen. I can guarantee if you like horror movies, you've seen her.
You've seen her.
No,
I can guarantee it.
I thought her name's Brink Stevens.
He wasn't married for that long, was he?
His name. I'm talking about him.
No, he got married when she started doing porn.
Oh, I've probably seen her films then. They're talking about porn.
That's all the comics I'm grabbing right now, though.
Yeah. Greg's definitely seen her.
Yeah.
I take that back. Here. One more thing while I'm standing here.
That's a good one.
Ghost.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
Nice treasury.
Yeah.
I'm glad I never really see treasuries in the wild because I ain't got space to store them, but I'd probably want to buy them if I saw them, you know what I mean?
Oh, great.
Well, I don't know who wants to show something now, so I'm going to show something. I've shown these before, I think. It's my unexpected, a few unexpected. A massive 4 drawn right in the middle of it.
You know, it's a really crappy copy, but I got a copy of #1 of that in this collection.
Really?
Of Unexpected.
Really?
Yeah.
What's that? 1951, 1952?
Yeah, that and Sugar and Spike #1. And Sugar and Spike #1 is extremely hard to find.
I'm sure they must be
who did Sugar and Spike, Mark?
Sheldon Mayer.
You have original art from him.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I did know that.
What, the Bible?
King of Nightmare Jungle.
The Bible thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. He wrote it, and who drew it, Kyle?
Nestor Redondo. That was Nestor Redondo's first big break.
But who drew the cover?
Hubert.
Yeah.
See, this is like They Live. He's seeing through the truth binoculars.
Yeah.
Redondo got all the art credit.
It totally is.
Redondo got all the art credit, but you can see Mayer did all the layouts. Redondo did the finished art, but Mayer did all the layouts for that book.
Was They Live an original story, or was it based on an old science fiction story?
It was based. Okay, here's the interesting thing. So, Bill Ray, who's a friend of mine, he drew the comic book version of it called Nada, which is the name of the character that Roddy Piper played, but they never call his name. So the fact that when the titles roll and it says Nada, Roddy, it's funny because you never. What was his name? Nada. You never heard it. Nada means nothing in Spanish. So, so what happened was it was a '60s. It was a '60s sci-fi story, and Amazing Stories are one of those. And then Bill drew it and rewrote it, and John Carpenter got a copy of that, and so that's the cool thing. I got to learn all about this being on a panel with his wife because she basically verified everything I thought I knew about it. And it was really, Mark, you would have loved the panel. It was great.
Is he dead? Is Carpenter dead?
No, but they have a comic company that they actually are making more money at the comics right now than they are in film, because I don't think he directs anymore.
No.
So he's a great guy. She's wonderful, and I'm hoping I can figure out some way to get in contact with her. I should have done it when I had the chance.
I thought when you said you were doing modern horror, you were going to have James Tinney in there, because he's the current comic master of modern horror.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is he the one who did Nice House on the Lake?
Yeah.
The new version?
I've read some of that online. I didn't think much of it, to be honest. Did you read that?
Nice House on the Lake. And there's a sequel now called Nice House by the Sea, just coming out. But he also did Something Is Killing the Children.
Yeah, I've read some of those. They're all right. I don't think they're that great, but they're okay.
Department of Truth.
Do you like Nice House on the Lake, Mark?
Yeah, I loved it. One of my favourites.
I just could. There was too many characters in it, to be honest, and I kind of lost interest. Like trying to work.
So, have you guys ever seen Cabin in the Woods?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that not? It's one of my favorite horror movies.
One of my favorite horror movies as well.
Whose first major Hollywood movie was that?
No. Thor had come out first. He shot it first. But Thor came out first. Yeah.
Yeah, he shot it first.
Yeah.
But that was his big break, was getting Cabin in the Woods.
But it was so good, and the ending was so hilarious. And in Hollywood, where they don't have an original thought, Mark, aren't you a little surprised that they haven't done prequels? Of course, they can't do a sequel because the Earth ends. But sorry, spoiler alert, folks. But it could have spawned many prequels.
It would, but I mean, I never, that was a good movie because it was original, right?
It was very original, and I think Joss Whedon had something to do with it.
You thought, oh, well, we're just going to have a group of kids going into a cabin and they're going to get killed off one by one.
It's all orchestrated with the shampoo she's using. No, it's insidious, but it's like trying to orchestrate a way to get around the end of days. It's just hilarious.
So it's one of my favorite horror films. It's definitely up there.
I love it so much.
I want a whole film about the fish guy. Was it the Merman or whatever he was?
Yeah.
What was he called? I can't remember now.
I can't either. But it was like every motif you could think of. I love the guy. I love the guy getting speared by the unicorn. That made me so happy. It was like, for all you that are unicorn lovers, look at what really happens if you hang out with the unicorn. You get killed,
What I love, though, were the two guys, sort of the two
that are betting on everything.
Yeah, the two administrators.
Jenkins. I can't. Is it Roger Jenkins? It's something Jenkins. Robert Jenkins. You know this, Kyle Jenkins, the guy who's in everything.
Richard Jenkins.
Thank you. I got it very close.
Bald, skinny guy that was in Step Brothers.
Yeah, and he was also he was nominated for an Academy Award. I don't know. Well, I think he won. I don't know if he won. But he's been nominated for Best Actor before, but he was nominated for Best Supporting Actor for what movie? Shape of Water. Is it Shape of Water? Right. Yeah, Shape of Water. Which she won Best Actress for that. And what did Doug Jones get? Doug Jones got Butt Kiss, and he was the whole freaking movie. You've met him, haven't you, Kyle?
I've known him for 35 years.
What a great guy he is.
Yeah.
And
going on 40 years.
What famous Kirby character did he play?
Silver Surfer.
You got it.
I've known Doug since his Ball State. Well, right out of Ball State. Do you know what Doug's first national job was?
Yes, Mac Tonight.
Yep.
Now, it was the news saying that McDonald's were open 24 hours.
If you want a good skin crawling end of days horror movie. Kevin Smith's Red State.
Oh, yeah.
What? I've never heard of that.
It will make your fucking skin crawl.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's scary.
It is fucked up. Especially the alternate ending.
Oh, that's not. Oh. Okay, who did that? What San Antonio native? No, the last cover. Last cover, please.
Pat Boyette.
Yep. San Antonio's own Pat Boyette.
Is that Pat Boyette as well, is it?
I believe so.
That's such a great name, isn't it? He sounds like he comes from Texas.
Well, and I don't know if I've told y'all, but he was our lead anchor on the #1 newscast here for 10 years. And then one day he decided he was just going to call it quits and become a comic artist writer.
Do you not do films as well?
And
I think he started some films.
Yeah, he created 2 films and then 2 horror films. And then he also did, he co-created Peacemaker.
Oh, yeah.
And those motherfuckers have still not given him any credit.
No? Bastards.
Nope, it's ridiculous. And I would love to do a one-man show based on him because he was something else.
And yet now they're giving Roy Thomas partial credit.
Oh, God damn it. Don't even start with me, please. So Roy is now mad that they didn't put his name first. What a way to double down on something that people are already mad at you about. Yeah. And so, Alex and I are talking about it, and Alex goes, you know what? He's like self-destructing. And I go, yeah. I know. Well, it's similar to what Steranko did.
Yeah, Scott Harris King put out a recent video that's just brilliant on the subject. I love Scott.
He deserves no credit because Cockrum actually came up with the idea of the character, and Roy overheard it, and then Roy goes, "How about Wolverine?"
Yeah,
not an original bone in his body. Everything he's known for is someone else's idea.
What members of the X-Men were supposed to be Legion of Superheroes characters?
Wolverine was Timberwolf or Wild Wolf or whatever they call him now.
Timberwolf.
Or Lone Wolf, then Timberwolf.
Well, it started off as called Lone Wolf, and it became Timberwolf.
Yeah.
And trying to think who else. Tell me, Kyle.
Nightcrawler and Storm. And almost Colossus too, but there was a little more to that. But he had Nightcrawler fleshed out.
That's amazing.
And DC didn't want him.
Well, DC's stupid. I mean,
DC didn't want him, and then they cut him loose from Legion, and he went, "All right, I'll take my toys and go elsewhere." And he basically
did.
New X-Men.
So this one was the first Pat Boyette cover that I knew was Pat Boyette. I remember seeing this cover and it was really good, so I kind of looked into it.
I have that. That's in my garage right now.
That's when I found out about him doing films and that. I thought it was a really cool cover.
Isn't that a great cover?
Reminds me of Frankenstein from Death Race 2000.
What's that?
I like that.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's gorgeous.
I thought that was a really cool one when I bought it. There's the old war wheel.
Mark, you've probably seen a lot of his work in the Charlton horror comics.
Oh, yeah, no, there's loads of it. Yeah, as we were going through, there's quite a lot of Pat Boyette in there.
Yeah.
I had an opportunity to buy like a Black Hawk from the first company. Was it Quality? But it was like 25 quid, so I said, I can't afford it.
You realize that's worth 10 times that.
No, it's not. I looked it up.
Not these days. The Black Hawk isn't. But you know what I found in the collection?
Quality books are impossible to find.
Well, you guys are going to be shocked by this, but I found Uncle Sam #2, which is 1941, before we went to war, and Uncle Sam was a superhero. But I found that in the collection. I've got that at the house. Isn't that crazy? It's just nuts. I think that's the earliest superhero comic I think I have. Well, no, I also have Well, I have a Batman #5, but it's ripped. It's kind of ripped up, but it's still worth a lot. It's the third appearance of Joker.
Yeah.
And I'll try to bring that on if as long as I can figure out a way not to tear it apart more by showing it to you guys. But and here's the cover.
Oh,
You know,
I've got
a
a GI Combat 17 upstairs, room quality.
But I will tell you this: I've rethought a lot of what. Well, so you guys will be impressed with this. I finally, well, I don't know if you'll be impressed, but I finally.
Tell us and we'll let you know.
I'm trying to get it out, dude. God, slow me down, why don't you? So I finally I finally took a comic to CGC to get slabbed, and guess what it was? It wasn't a super rare one, but it's rare. Oh, not rare, but it's in demand and slightly rare from the mid '60s.
Right. So
And it spawned 2 movies.
So we're going to be impressed or unimpressed with his rare or not very rare comic. Tell us more.
So it's FF #52, which is the first appearance of Black Panther.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So did you drive there, Bill, and give it to them?
No, I gave it to him at Comic-Con.
Okay.
And I paid $69.
Right. And have you got it back yet?
No, I have not.
What grade do you think it is?
I'm hoping at least an 8. I'm hoping maybe more.
Wow. Okay. Is this from the you bought?
It's gorgeous.
Phil had that X-Men 1 slabbed on the spot, didn't he?
No, Phil did. Yeah.
What'd that get?
He doesn't know yet.
Oh.
No, but it's funny. I have to narc on Phil a little bit. He was like all upset because one guy goes, well, because of that tear above the corner box, it's nothing more than a 6.5 or a 5.5. I can't remember which, and it's still worth 2 to 3 times what he bought it from me for. I gave him a great deal, and he's like, oh, I'm so sad. And I go, dude, and I told him,
Bill, you missed a trick. What you should have said to him was, that's fine. I'll give you your money back. I'll have the comic back.
Oh, and that never would have happened. That would have been funnier. I wish I'd done that, but he is my boss. So, but I do have to tell you, he and Bob Burden, and I don't think our panel's on yet, but the so let me tell you a little story real quick. And here's the funny thing. So I pitched the panel as me, Bob Burden, Phil, who was 15 years old in the 80s, but owned a comic book store and the only mall in the town he lived in, Louisiana.
And he owned a comic book store when he was 15.
Yes. And he was making $1,000 a week, he told me.
So how did his parents buy it for him, or did he earn money?
His parents gave him a loan, and he paid the loan back within a few weeks. It was a $5,000 loan. Yeah, he's a born entrepreneur. But so what happened was,
why did he close it?
He sold it, and then bought a video company. He's always, which is a business he's still in.
Yeah.
So he became friends with Bob Burden back in the 80s, and they've been friends ever since. And so we were going to have him, myself, Bob Burden, and gosh, why am I drawing a blank all of a sudden? Kevin Eastman on this panel about how the new wave of comics in the 80s. Well, Kevin never came on board. We thought we had him, and then he never came back to us. And he was at the con, but he never came back. So I'm scared shitless that, everyone's going to be there for Kevin Eastman. Everybody was there for Bob Burden. And because Bob hadn't done a panel in years at Comic-Con, and he did 2 this year. He created the Flaming Carrot, but he also created Mystery Men. And Mystery Men had its 25th anniversary this year. So Phil also was moderator for a panel with Bob on the Mystery Men.
Do you know who else was in the movie Mystery Men?
Yeah, Pee Wee Herman.
But do you know who else was in the movie Mystery Men?
Yeah, Pee Wee Herman.
But do you know who else was in there? You asked me about him earlier.
Who?
Doug Jones.
Who was Doug Jones?
Yeah, he was the guy
Silver
with the
Surfer.
He was the guy with the spoons and forks, wasn't he?
No. That's Hank Azaria. He was who though?
Yeah.
He was Pencil Man.
I don't remember Pencil Man.
You know when they did a tryout by the pool?
Oh yeah, Pencil Man. I
he
forgot
was just
about
one of the
that.
walk-ons.
That's so cool. I never
Doug
knew that.
was just one of the walk-ons for that.
Mind blown. But
did you talk Bob into coming on to here with us?
Oh, I can probably easily.
Him and Roxanne.
I'm trying to remember. Maybe you guys can help me. He won an Ink Pot Award this year. He looks like who's that actor who played classic Loki in the first season of Loki?
Richard Grant.
Okay, Richard Grant. This guy looks just like Richard Grant, but he was one of the original artists on Judge Dredd. Does that ring a bell at all?
Mike McMahon?
Huh?
Mike McMahon?
No. God, if I should
not Carlos Esquerra.
No. He's definitely British, but he looks just like Richard Grant. And we partied with him all week, and he wanted a glass of Pinot Grigio or Pinot Noir, I guess. And Mark, you know more about that than I do. I'm not a wine drinker. So I jokingly, I go, okay, I'll go get you a glass. And I go up, and it's San Diego, and they go, do you want a small glass or a big glass? And I go, he's worth it, a big glass. It was $25 freaking dollars for a big glass. I mean, I was happy I did it. I had the money, but I was just like, oh my God. And I give it to him, oh, you're too kind. And I'm like, yeah, I sure am. But really nice guy, though. And we hung out with Steve Lee Aloha quite a bit. And,
what was he doing there, the Dread Artist?
He received the Ink Pot Award, which is the highest honor you can get at and I don't know if he was one of the original Dread artists, but he was early on. Can you give me a list of names, Gray? I know you're looking it up.
Look up Ink Pot Award 2024.
Yeah,
that'd be the easiest way of doing it.
Yep. You're smarter than I. Which doesn't say much.
Well, we know it's not Carlos. We know it's not Gibbons.
Carlos is dead, so it wouldn't have been him.
Yeah.
Well, it could have been him. People get it posthumously.
Carlos is dead.
Yeah, but you couldn't have bought him a drink now, could you? No?
What, did he
Weekend at Bernie's.
Did he sort of look as if he died 10 years ago?
Mark, Weekend at Bernie's 3. Chaos at Comic-Con.
I thought it was Steve something or other, but
it's not Steve. It's a normal name.
Steve is a normal name.
Bill.
Gosh, I wish I could think of it.
And it's not Brian Boland. We know that.
No. I'm trying to think of what else he's done, because he's done an awful lot of stuff. Damn, man, it's killing me. You're not finding anything?
I'm Googling.
Yeah, it's really crappy. Let's try another.
Judge Dredd artists that like Pinot Grigio.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
All right, let's have a look.
Pat Mills.
It says here 2024.
John Wagner.
Joe Duffy, Keanu Reeves, Kenichi Sonoda, Mariko Tamaki, Tom Cito, and Charles RJ.
How did Keanu Reeves
Steve
win
Dillon,
it?
Ron Fabry, Brian Talbot.
Brian Talbot.
It's Talbot.
Brian Talbot. That did Swamp Thing. He did Swamp Thing. It's Brian Talbot.
Brian Talbot is brilliant. Luther Arkwright.
But I'm glad you agree with me, because I bought him a $25 fucking glass of wine.
Well, I found that by typing Judge Dredd artist who likes Pinot Grigio, and it came up Brian Talbot.
Did it really?
I don't remember him doing much.
Are you serious?
Red.
Oh my God. No, you're so full of shit. I love you, but you're full of shit. That's the funniest prank you've ever pulled on me. And you reel me in hook, line, and sinker. I must say.
As soon as he said Brian Talbot, I'm like, yeah, he looks like Richard E. Grant.
He does. And he goes, I get that all the time.
Yeah, he looks like Richard. He's taller and lankier, but he looks like him.
He must be my age, Brian Talbot.
He looks a lot older than you.
Yeah, okay, maybe older, but yes.
He looks more like 70s.
Okay.
But so Steve Lee Aloha, of course, just lost his wife Trina Robbins, and so we were all drinking together. He's a super nice guy too.
Name Trina Robbins sounds familiar.
And
Who's she?
The Trina Robbins is the reason women are in comics. In the story.
First woman to draw Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
In her own title.
She did women's comics and all that. She was
she was an underground artist as well. She did stuff.
Yeah, she is on the women's Mount Rushmore.
She
was
the model.
Flo Steinberg.
She was the model for Vampirella.
Bill,
Yeah.
that was excellent because Purple Haze had been on to me saying they were pulling your sponsorship because you hadn't done any Purple Haze.
Thank you, Purple Haze. Thank you for sponsoring.
Yeah,
by not
I didn't
giving
just
us
say
a
it. If you got Steve on, I'd probably talk the whole time about Trina. But
yeah, well, he probably wouldn't mind that. But
and he's an absolute. Steve's an absolute historian brain.
He's
too.
awesome.
I mean,
So, Mark, Trina was Frazetta's model for Vampirella.
Oh wow!
And she was. I mean, she's just a wonderful woman. And I knew her pretty well, fairly well. But Steve's a great guy. They've been together for years. I don't know if they ever got married, but I do think they have a daughter together.
Sorry,
I'm trying to think of Mount Rushmore.
Was he a comic artist?
Huh?
Is he an artist?
Oh yeah. He drew Man Thing. He drew Swamp Thing. He
did a lot of them Star Wars covers.
Did he do the cover of Star Trek 1?
Yes, and he also inked every issue of Fables.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah, okay, yeah.
And he did a lot of inking and marbling.
I've got
what's his name?
Signature on Star Trek
The
1.
the Brits have actually kind of adopted him because he's done an awful lot of work with Mark Buckingham, of course, is British.
Oh yeah, Mark
and he's inked Mark. I think he's inked Mark more than anyone else has.
Right, yeah.
What's his surname?
Lehoa.
Lee Aloha.
Yeah.
His father was
Aloha.
He was his father was full Hawaiian.
Yeah.
And related to Duke Kamehameha, and his mother was white, I believe. And he doesn't really look Hawaiian at all unless you really look at him like carefully. Yeah. But because he's got to be 6'5". He's the tallest Hawaiian I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. Very tall.
Hey,
but
Bill.
He's one of I think he's one of the Hawaiian 5-0s, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Not.
Hey, Bill.
But I was on 2 episodes of the original series, by the way, as a kid. What's that, Kyle? I grew up in Hawaii. I don't know if you guys knew that.
If we were to do a Mount Rushmore of women in comics, obviously Trina, obviously Ramona Fredone,
Wendy Penny.
Well, Wendy came later, so
I would put you have to have Wendy up there. Wendy did too much for women.
Yeah, I would put Flo Steinberg in there.
Well, Flo
kept Marvel afloat.
She was a secretary though. I really wouldn't add her because she's not a creative.
But she kept Marvel alive.
Well, I know, and I don't disagree with you, but I put Marie Severin up there before I'd put her.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I put Flo and Marie together. We'll put Flo and Marie together.
Marie?
So we'll make it 5.
Marie?
So who would the 4th be? Roz Kirby?
No. Although Roz did ink for Jack.
Well, but I mean, Roz is why Jack was
No.
It's all just like
I know who I put up there. It's the editor woman who used to edit Sandman.
Jeanette Kahn.
Jeanette Kahn. Who used to
I was wondering if it was the same. Is it just right as an
Neil
artist,
Adams, but that's another story for another day.
I'd say Jeanette Kahn. If you had to put just comics only, it's Marie, Jeanette, Trina, and
the only woman I could think of is Barbara Kessel.
Well, and you know what? I think
Ramona.
Barbara probably deserves to be up there, honestly. As much as she did for Legion during the 80s. I mean, that woman is a true hero. And she puts up with Carl Kessel, which I'm sure he's a good guy. I shouldn't even say that kind of stuff, but you know.
Ramona's up there. Ramona can be said in the same breath with Trina.
Well,
probably Marie Severance.
Okay, so there's a couple women I'm trying to think of that were really influential in the early days, and I can't think of who they are now. You know, they hired quite a few women during World War II because a good deal of the great artists were in.
Well, there are plenty of unknowns and unappreciated.
Right, and
that could be the subject for your next book, Bill.
Well, you know, I have so many subjects for books right now. I just need to do one. But I'm thinking about doing one about these 3 wacky Brits and this one wacky guy from Indianapolis and myself.
Hey, I'd let you and Johnny collaborate to write my poetic autobiography.
I don't think Johnny likes me right now. I don't know why, but and I also think Johnny's a Trump guy because
he's not a Trump guy at all. But he's up to his eyeballs in work right now.
Oh, okay. Well, he says things that sound kind of Trumpian.
When he's up to his eyeballs in work, he doesn't have time to scratch his.
I called Trump the draft dodger codger today, and he goes meh, and that kind of made me think that maybe he likes Trump, you know. But I don't know. Who knows? One more time. Who knows?
Guy, I know you two Americans out there. Is it possible you can find a candidate for president who can actually string a sentence together? You know, Biden was incapable of putting coherent sentences together because of his age. Trump is incapable of putting a sentence together because he's a complete thicker.
Yeah.
And Kamala Harris has got some sort of brain defect where she sort of she meanders around the subject, and most
she does. Well, she's scared to.
Not as bad as Trump meanders.
Oh no, right. Not as Trump, but she's
right. But well, she's
brings and she says really strange things, and you think, well, why haven't we got a normal talking person as a candidate?
Well, I think her vice presidential candidate. I think that guy's a good guy. I think they're bringing out all this stupid shit about him, and they're saying, oh, he left the National Guard for a job and all this. But you know what? The draft wasn't even in effect. He volunteered and then got out because he was offered more money. And they're calling him a draft dodger when he's not. He's younger than me by a year, and it's like, and I wasn't even eligible for the draft. So it's they're bringing up all this stupid shit to try to blast him. It's just ridiculous.
Was Trump in the military then? Did he avoid the draft?
No, he avoided it because he said he had bone spurs. Yeah. If he had bone spurs, he wouldn't be able to golf. And he golfs every freaking day. So
I'd rather she picked Pete Buttigieg, but that's just me.
Well, my pick was Scott Kelly, the astronaut. But we're out of time. Well, guys, I want to thank you for allowing me to come and go today because of work. And Mark, wonderful to see you, buddy.
Nice to see you, Bill.
As usual, live long and prosper. And
see,
you can do it.
Sunday.
Greg, can you do it? Greg, can you do it?
I can't do that.
Oh, come! Oh my God, dude!
I did have him metal horns instead.
No, that's the Longhorns.
Kyle's very good at it. It takes me a bit of effort. Yeah.